And now, suspense.
Since we're almost done with 2022, what's been like the most what's been like your favorite, like best or most surprising movie of the year, and what's been like the worst that you've seen, or most disappointing, I
Oh
should say
man.
too.
Okay.
'Cause
Thanks.
I got mine. I got mine ready to go.
Is it Doctor Strange? Is that your most disappointing?
Funny enough, no, and I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for it, so I'm gonna let you go first.
All right, let me think. Honestly, I didn't see that many movies this year, like brand new ones in theaters. Like what was there? I saw the Batman. That was good. Trying to think of like a brand new movie. Halloween Ends. I can't say that was disappointing because I wasn't looking forward to it, so it's not disappointing. I was just kind of watching the train. Just bad. I was kind of waiting for the train wreck, you know. I honestly don't remember. It's been a while since I watched.
More than
a brand
likely,
new
it's
movie.
probably gonna be the Batman. I want to say
So yeah, because I didn't see that many this year. Like it's been a weird
because
year
I
for
feel
me.
like you did. I feel like you did more videos on the Batman than like anything else this year.
Yeah, I did. Batman was definitely good, and I really like Multiverse of Madness. But also, there's a lot of movies that I watched that like I just didn't even talk about, you know, because like I just like there's a lot of movies I watched that I don't even discuss because I don't think the audience would be interested in it, you know.
Yeah.
Let's see, okay, I got my answer. The best movie, hands down. I know what it is. Michael Bay's Ambulance. That movie was amazing.
Oh, okay.
I loved it. I love the Batman. I like the Batman.
I think you mentioned. I think you mentioned that about Ambulance. That one I watched
So much
it.
fun.
I need to watch it again because I thought it was fun, but there was
Mhm.
just something about it where I was just like, okay. Maybe it's just because like maybe it's because I was doing something. I don't think I was kind of like in and out the whole time, so I was
Mhm.
distracted, so I wasn't really paying attention. I might have been sick when I saw it too, because like when I'm sick, all I want to
Okay.
do is just sit around and watch movies. I think that was one of them that I saw, and I was just like dying. So, so I was just like, whatever.
So Ambulance was really good, and although I didn't see that many new movies this year, that's the issue. So it's like I only see like I don't know, like five. I don't remember them all. I mean, I watched The Black Phone recently. That came out this year, and that was really good. So I do like that one. And as far as worst movies, shit, or disappointing, shit. Let me take a look again. I don't think
Yeah, I
I.
don't. I have to look up like every movie that's been released this year because I feel like the one that it is my favorite. I'm gonna like later on. I'm gonna be like, wait a minute, no, there was another movie too. Like,
I like the new Scream. That was pretty good. I haven't seen everything everywhere all at
oh,
once.
that one was actually that one might be a tie for me. Everything
Okay.
Everywhere All at Once. That was a better
Yep.
multiverse. That was a better multiverse movie. Watch that. Did you watch that one?
No, not yet.
Watch that one. That one is way better than
Okay.
Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah, so
But
no, honestly, I'm gonna go with Halloween Ends as like the worst movie of the year, at least for me personally.
mhm.
And I'm with the best movie, I'm gonna go with either the Black Phone or Ambulance or the Batman. Those are like the really good ones. But like I said, I only watched like six new movies.
I'm gonna say okay. So the best one, in my opinion, the best film of the year, I think, was probably Everything Everywhere All at Once. Super artsy
Mm-hmm.
and just super fun, and it's fucking batshit crazy. There's a scene with a trophy when you watch it. There's a scene with a trophy, and you'll know it when you see it. It is like the fucking weirdest thing I've ever seen in a movie, and it was absolutely hilarious. Every time I talk about people, I was like, trophy scene?
Okay.
I was like, trophy scene? And they're like, yeah. It is so hilarious. And people watching this, trophy scene, if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. If you know, you know. But other than that, um Bullet Train.
Oh, I heard
I
that was
think
really
Bullet
good.
Train is just so much fun, dude. Like the characters, the pacing, and like the way the storytelling is, and how everyone has a backstory and how they all connect. There's even a backstory for a water bottle. They follow the water bottle all the way until it gets to where it needs to be and then plays a part in the story. I'm just like, when I saw that, I was like, this is the greatest thing I've seen all year. I'm like, what the fuck? So
Like
with
this
like
is cinema.
yeah, this is cinema. When a movie makes you like appreciate and gives you a compelling backstory to a water bottle, like God, that is what Martin Scorsese is, is talking about. But that's how I feel about Everything Everywhere All at Once. The fact that the writing, like that's how it shows you how great the writing is in movies, where you can watch something just so stupid. Like if this was in any other movie, you'd be like, that was the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen. But because it's in a movie like this and the writing is so good, you're just like, wow, that was incredible. Jackass Forever, that was a good one.
I didn't see it either. I've been slipping this last year. There's so many movies I haven't seen.
Oh, we didn't even talk about Morbius. Morbius is like the greatest.
So like I forgot about that. I mentioned it earlier.
Sonic the Hedgehog 2, that was good.
Oh, I didn't see it either. I'm so out of the loop.
You didn't see Sonic?
Nah, I didn't.
We're gonna title this segment Tex doesn't watch movies.
There you go. It's like movie reviewer doesn't actually watch.
Doesn't actually watch movies. You're like that guy that was that guy who you made the video about who like does movie reviews but doesn't even watch the whole fucking movie.
Oh, YMS, yeah. That's so strange. Yeah, like I get like if you're not gonna watch it, it's just doing the review part is what throws people off. They're like, okay, yeah, you watched, you didn't finish it, you didn't like it, but then why are you spending like some time talking about it, and then you give it a number score?
Did you watch Fantastic Beasts, the last one?
The Dumbledore one? No, I didn't.
Okay. Here's a before I get to my worst pick, I'm just kind of going through all these movies that I saw that I think are pretty cool. But I am personally glad they got rid of Johnny Depp because there is a scene at the beginning of the movie is whatever. You can think about the movie, whatever, the franchise as a whole as whatever. There is a scene at the beginning of The Secrets of Dumbledore between Dumbledore and Grindelwald because like they've hinted at the fact that they were a couple and stuff like that. Because Dumbledore's gay, if you didn't know that. But there's a scene at the beginning of the movie where they meet at a diner. And that scene is awesome. I just wish they would have kept that throughout the movie because there's just like tiptoeing around the fact that they were a couple. Like, oh, Dumbledore's gay, but we don't want to like, bro, just go for it, man. I hate when movies do that. It's like if you're gonna make a character gay, bro, just go for it. Like, fuck whatever. Who cares what people think? Like, you're gonna get homophobic people wherever you go. Like, just fucking go for it. So there's a scene in there that they're talking, and then Dumbledore tells Grindelwald that he was in love with him. And as I'm watching the scene, I'm like, Johnny Depp would not have fit in the scene. They have zero. I'm sorry, but I even posted it on Instagram. Like, I'm sorry, but Johnny Depp and Jude Law have zero chemistry. You put Mads Mikkelsen, fucking gorgeous man, with Jude Law, and they talk about how much he was in love with each other. That was a great scene. But like, that's
you can buy it.
Yeah, I was like, bro, I could buy it. These two guys were in love with each other, and they don't want to fight each other because they had so much love. But then I started thinking, like, if Johnny Depp was supposed to be in that scene because they replaced him, I'm like, I don't see it, man. Like, I don't see Jude Law, like young Dumbledore, being sexually attracted to Johnny Depp's Grindelwald. I don't see it. Like, I personally don't. But like Mads Mikkelsen, his character as Grindelwald, who I think they should have had from the very beginning, he put so much like class and like fucking swag to that character that I'm like, bro, like, why didn't they get this guy instead of Johnny Depp? Like, this dude way better. But that's just my controversial opinion. I know everybody loves Johnny Depp, but I mean, I could care fucking less. Like, if the character fits better, go with that guy. Like if you get a chance, watch pretty much like Crimes of Grindelwald. That's because that's where Johnny Depp has all his scenes about him. And then you watch the last one, you're like, why didn't they get Mads Mikkelsen to be him before? Because like he brings just so much like gravitas to the character, in my opinion. Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, that was also really good. I was kind of hesitant.
The Nicolas Cage one.
Yeah, I was hesitant about that one because one, it's Nicolas Cage, and he's not really known for making the most quality stuff lately. So I was like, let me watch it. And it actually ended up being great because it's so meta, like he's playing himself or an exaggerated version of himself. Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. That needs a physical media release because that movie is fucking amazing. No one talks about that movie.
Is that a real?
Yes,
that's a real movie.
It's on Disney Plus. Like they didn't even put a theatrical release for it. Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. If you haven't seen this movie, it is fucking amazing. That movie is pretty much like the modern day Roger Rabbit, and it even has a cameo from Roger Rabbit. Like, it's everything that's
already
like,
good. Then.
Think of Roger Rabbit, like with all the cameos and like, because at the time you had never seen Warner Bros. And Disney ever collaborate ever. That was the one time that they did it, and then they kind of did it again in this one because there's references to like Batman and ET and stuff like that. But they even have like a funny like Batman versus Superman cameo in it, and I was just like, whoa, that's insane. And then
Yeah, I did
there's
see that. I
even
did see that
yeah,
cameo scene.
and then the like ugly Sonic. Like as soon as ugly Sonic, that's the only reason I watched this movie because I saw the clips of ugly Sonic and I'm like, what the fuck? Like they actually put ugly Sonic in a movie, and it's like you know what I mean? Like he was a meme for the longest time. But they put they I hate when movies put memes in their movies because it dates it automatically. But
Oh
when
yeah.
they do it in that way, it is genius, bro. Like and so when like ugly Sonic comes into play, I'm like, oh my god, they actually did that. And the fact that he's not just a throwaway cameo, he actually has his own subplot in the movie, and I'm like, whoa, this is awesome. Now I want a ugly Sonic TV series.
They'll like me for who I am, not like last time when the internet got one look at my human teeth and burned the place down.
Is that good? I gotta
it's
watch
that good. It's that good. I want an ugly Sonic TV series because he mentions in the movie in this movie that he's like, oh, I'm coming back. You know, I got my own like reality TV show with the FBI. Like they should make a very meta TV show on Disney Plus about ugly Sonic being a meme, being kicked off the Sonic movie, and then trying to make a comeback. Like that would be genius. I would watch that. My
Okay. What's
least
the worst?
favorite, most disappointing, and I know a lot of people are gonna hate me. That's why I've been dancing around it for a while. The Northman.
Oh yeah, I knew that. I knew it because you haven't mentioned it the entire time. I was waiting
Oh
for it.
god. The Northman. We had talked
That's
about this.
cinema. You didn't like that. You didn't like the cinema.
I hated it. I hated it. I'm sorry. Oh, it's more frustrating. Like I don't
But you
hate it
got
because I don't
tall
think it's
Bill
bad.
Skarsgård looking all jacked.
Yeah, and he's naked, but they don't even show his fucking junk. So that was disappointing. If they would have showed his junk at the end, I'd have been like, all right, the movie looks good. It looks fantastic. And I'm pretty sure it looks great on 4K. But like the story was just meh. Like the story was just so like bland and boring and just like by the numbers. The action scenes, I was from the trailer, I was expecting like a straight up Viking, brutal Viking movie, and I didn't get that. It was a very artsy film, and I'm like, I don't want that. I don't want an artsy barbarian Viking movie. I don't want it. And so I was just super frustrated watching this movie, and then I was like, ugh. And
Yeah,
then
it's
at
from
the
the
end,
guy who did the Witch, right? Yeah, the Witch and
and I love the
Lighthouse.
witch. I love the witch. I think the witch. I think is incredible. I think it's like an incredible film. Love it. The lighthouse. It's weird as shit. Still like it. I don't love it, but I like it. I think it's great. I really like the guy's work. So when I saw The Northman, I was just like super disappointed. So I didn't like. I don't think it's a bad movie. I was just very very disappointed.
I know one thing we mentioned when you mentioned how disappointed you were was like what people are more impressed with, especially like I guess younger, newer audiences, is like how incredibly well made it is. I think that's what blew people away was like, wow, I haven't seen a movie like a lot of young audiences haven't seen a movie like that. They didn't watch Gladiator or anything like that. So to them, this is their like, heavily practical effects, a lot of good lighting, really good costume design, really trying to be historically accurate. It's like this is their, Gladiator-esque movie where you're kind of like, oh wow, that's crazy. And it's like with the Batman too, where it's like a lot of people who only ever watched MCU movies or like some like the late 2000s comic book movies were blown away by the Batman because they've never seen a movie like that. That's what blew their mind,
Yeah. I know a kid who is exactly like that. He's like 15, 16 years old. So he told me like when he first saw the Batman, he's like, oh, this is like the greatest thing ever. And he's like, oh my God, the penguin. And I was like, have you never seen a Batman movie? And it turns out he never had. This is like the first Batman movie he's ever seen. So I was like, that makes a lot of sense. But yeah, I get that. Like I get it's a very well made movie, but it's just like from a story standpoint, it's just so boring and bland. Like it's more style over substance. Like people say some directors are more style over substance, but I was like, bro, watch The Northman. That was style over substance all day. Like it looked good, but that was it.
Like Guy Ritchie, they say he's all style, no substance. Zack Snyder, he's all style. It's like I sure if you believe that, I don't see it though. But, but with the Northman, I think it's because it's like it gets more praise because it's like it gives you that indie art house feel, like you said.